Good morning, everyone. It is Dashia here again, and of course, she's on purpose. I told you guys that all 2020 I was gonna get out everything that was inside of me. So this morning, yes, and I'm in my bathroom again. I just find that this is seem to be a little easier for me. I have the time to just kind of do it real quick while I'm, getting dressed, and since I wanna go ahead and really get like what I said is inside of me out, it's the best time for me to do it. So I wanted to this morning, I as I was praying and doing my meditation, I really thought that it was important for me to just talk about the importance of self-talk. Yesterday, of course, while I'm doing some things on social media, I always run across all type of posts about, people's opinion about other people, and people's opinion about situations, or people's opinion about what you're doing with your life, period. Like this life of TLC, so many people were doing it, and you hear so many things like, well, everybody doing that, or oh, that's a pyramid, or oh, that's this, and oh, that's that, and people have a right to their opinions. But what you gotta be, what I realize is that you have to really be in tune and be very diligent about what you say to yourself. It's not about what other people say, but what are you saying to yourself? That self-talk is so freaking important, because whatever you say you are, that's what you are. Those things that you say about yourself are the things that really come to pass. So if you think that you can't do something, whatever it might be, you want to take up welding, and you feel like you can't be a welder, or you can't be, you don't have the strength, or you're not a man, or whatever the case is, sometimes you talk yourself out of things. That self-talk is so critical, because you begin to tell your subconscious what limitations you have on yourself, and your subconscious believes you. And so you begin to manifest those limitations. That's just how it works. If you don't believe me, think about this. Tell yourself you want a particular car, and start thinking about that car. I guarantee you, everywhere you go, you're gonna see that car. You know why? Because you are manifesting that thing into your life. It's what you're thinking about. It's what you're putting into, your subconscious that you want. So you don't think the same works when you're putting negative thoughts, or if you're speaking negative about yourself, putting limitations on your abilities, or limitations on the things that you can or can't do. I know for a fact, because I used to do it, is to tell myself, you got to get your life, you got to be perfect before you really you start speaking. When you used to speak, you had this life that people would have considered perfect, so people would listen to you. And I started telling myself that, and I stopped speaking. I used to get paid to speak, whether it was for foster care children, or foster parents, whatever it was. And I started talking myself out of it. Your story isn't good enough, or all these other things, or your story is this story of just struggle all the time. Nobody want to hear that. You get yourself perfect. Make sure you got the perfect car, the perfect house, the right your bank account look a certain way, and people see you as this way before you can start. And it's like, that's a lie. I had to really begin to start speaking other things into my life. And so that's why I just made the decision, I am everything that I say I am, and I deserve everything that I feel like I want that's inside of me. And so I just started speaking those things, positive, in the morning, my positive affirmations. People think it's crazy sometimes saying, oh, you gotta say that, everyone. You gotta manifest things into your life. Not only that, sometimes you're the only person to bring up your spirit. If you're the only person to encourage you, you gotta encourage your freaking self. I don't know what's going on with my hair this morning, but and I don't know what I want to do, but you have to encourage yourself. So I could tell you a couple things that I do every day that's important to me with when it comes to my self-talk. One of the things that I do is my happiness project. This happiness project is just a one sentence journal I love so much. I started, I can tell you, 2016 I started this journal. You just basically write one sentence every day for, what you're happy about. Whether it was that day, something that great that happened that day, something you want to remember. And you write one sentence every day, right? And then you go back. You can go back after 5 years and see, what you wrote. The thing I like about it the most is that it keeps you grounded. It keeps you focused on those good things, the positive things that's happening in your life. It keeps you, in perspective, to keep things in perspective. So this happiness project is one thing that I find very useful when it comes to just monitoring the things that I say to myself. Because sometimes when stuff goes wrong, you can quickly get trapped in, feeling like everything in life is going wrong. And that's not necessarily the case. And so you gotta remind yourself the good things that's happening in your life. Even if it's just one thing, whatever it is, you gotta remind yourself. And then the other thing I do is call this gratitude journal. I have different ones. This one someone actually gifted me for Christmas. And so this is like my one for the new year. But the gratitude journal, every day you just write what you're grateful for. For me, I just write what I'm grateful for, whether it's just health or whatever it is. Like one of my entries is, I'm grateful to have people in my life who believe in me and who want to see me win. Sometimes you just got to be grateful that somebody actually want to see you win, because there's so many people out there who don't. And so be grateful for those one or two people, or however many people you happen to have in your life that really just want to see you win. And I'm grateful for that. Even if those one or two people are just my kids, I'm grateful. I'm extremely grateful for that. So that positive self-talk is so important, guys. What you say to yourself is what really matters. That's what really matters. What are you saying to yourself every day? What are you saying to yourself? Are you speaking self-doubt into your spirit? Are you speaking, negativity? Are you saying you are what other people say you are? Because if you are, you need to check that. That what you say to yourself is so freaking important, because that's what your subconscious believes. That is what you're going to begin to manifest. The Bible says, so a man think is he. And so however you think about yourself, that's what you are. That's what it is. So be careful. Watch your thoughts. Watch your thoughts. Watch your self-talk. Watch those things you say to you. Another thing I do is I'll show you guys my mirror. God, I hate that. How do I turn it around? Oh, I can't turn it around. I'm gonna try to do it this way then. On my mirror, I have a bunch of sticky notes, and it depends on what I'm doing in my life that week or whatever, or as they come to me, I write different things. Like this last one, only quality people. What is this relationship's purpose? What's the purpose of this relationship? Evaluate your relationships. So things like that. Seize your day. Take responsibility. Name your day. Own your words. I am very cognizant now of my words. Owning my words. Is it helpful? Is it necessary? And is it kind? If it's not, it won't come out of my mouth. And if it do, I will immediately check myself. Because you're responsible for your words. You're responsible for what you put out there. You're responsible for, how negative or positive you are in this world. And don't think it's not going to come back, guys. Don't think just because you're talking or saying something about someone else that it does not affect you. Because it does. It does. So I want you guys to just think about that. What are you saying to yourself? What words are you speaking over your life. That positive self-talk, so important. I didn't mean to go this long, didn't mean to go this 10 minutes, but I thank you guys for your time, listening. If you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe. It's going to be some content coming up that I'm super proud about, and I want you guys to come on this journey with me. So subscribe to my YouTube page. Follow me on social media. If you don't, it's at Dashia D01 on Instagram. Same thing on Facebook. You can find me under Dashia Andrews. Same thing on YouTube. Like this video, share it if there is someone who really needs to hear this, really needs to understand that self-talk is important. What you say is important. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day. She's on purpose.